God Made a Way, a story for kids, inspired by Exodus 14 to 15. The sun was hot, the sand was everywhere, and the people were tired. But they were free. God had helped Moses lead his people out of Egypt, and now they were walking through the desert. They didn't know where to go, but Moses told them, God knows the way, He will lead us. And He did. God sent a tall, swirling cloud to guide them during the day. It stretched up into the sky like smoke from a fire. At night, the cloud glowed like fire, keeping them warm in the cold desert. Wherever the cloud moved, the people followed. One day, the cloud led them to a big, wide sea. It was beautiful, but also very, very big. There were no bridges, no boats, just water as far as they could see. As they looked at the sea, trying to figure out how they would ever get across, they suddenly heard a loud rumbling sound behind them. Boom! 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 It was getting louder. What's that noise? Someone asked. The people turned around and gasped. They saw dust flying in the air, and chariots, horses, soldiers. Pharaoh! Someone shouted. He's coming after us. Pharaoh had changed his mind. He didn't want the people to be free anymore. He sent his army, the fastest horses, the strongest soldiers, to bring them back to Egypt. God's people were trapped. In front of them was the sea. Behind them was Pharaoh's army. They couldn't swim. They couldn't run. There was nowhere to go. The people started to cry and shout, "What do we do now? We're going to die." But Moses stood tall and strong. He said, "Don't be afraid. God will help us. Just watch. God will make a way." And just then, something amazing happened. The big cloud, God's cloud, moved behind them, and it blocked the army from getting closer. Then God sent a strong wind. It blew and blew all night long. The sea began to move. The water split into two giant walls, one on each side, and right down the middle was dry land, a path. "Come on," Moses said. The people looked at the dry path. It was right through the sea. Carefully, they stepped onto it. Step by step, they walked with their families, mums and dads, kids and grandparents, all the way across. The walls of water stood tall beside them, but no one got wet, not even a splash. When the last person stepped out of the sea, Pharaoh's army tried to follow. But then, crash! God let the sea fall back down. The water came crashing over the path, and the soldiers and horses were gone. Pharaoh could not hurt them anymore. The people were safe. They looked at the sea, then at each other, and then up at the sky. God had done it. When there was no way out, God made a way. They danced, they sang, and they laughed. They thanked God with all their hearts. From that day on, they knew, even when things seem impossible, God is always with us, and He always knows the way.